question. It really is that conversation intelligence and the interactions that our clients or most contact center leaders are sitting on are one of the most valuable data assets that they have. You have all of this great content and context coming from real customer interactions, whether they're chat, voice, SMS, email interactions. Customers are engaging with your organization. They're giving you feedback on what's working, what's not working, what's driving them to engage. And so what we've seen is, there's no lack of measurement in contact center environments, but the real meat and the real insight of the data is what's happening within those conversations. And most organizations don't have great visibility into what that is today. So when we think about where the contact center space is going, and there's the advent of really implementing AI across that, we think that customer data, the real insight coming from those conversations around what are they actually reaching out for today? What are the friction points? How are they feeling when they're engaging with your agents in the experience today, or even with some of the AI technologies that clients may have put within their contact center ecosystems already? That is great insight, not only for contact center leaders, but for other departments within organizations, whether it's marketing to understand, hey, is our SEO keywords actually driving visitors to our website or driving visitors to engage, to product on what's the feedback that we're getting around specific products or specific product lines that we've rolled out from our customers. So from our perspective, there's so much insight and so much great data that most contact centers are sitting on that can benefit not only their departments, but the larger organization, and really encouraging leaders to take advantage of that and to be able to showcase that within their organizations.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a great way to start. Conversational intelligence isn't exceptionally new, obviously, but it's a lot more accessible at scale than it was a few years ago. So, Neil, could you speak to the role of conversational intelligence in today's organizations and how it's sort of changed in the last few years?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we can all recognize it's not new technology per se. I mean, the sort of origins of speech analytics date back to the early 2010s when we were just looking at keyword spotting and sound pattern matching. And the result of that is the consumer experience was pretty poor because the accuracy of the transcription was down in the sort of 60% range. And we got a lot of pushback in that period from consumers engaging with it because it just wasn't effective and it was using that sort of basic technology. You jump forward another decade and we move into the world of cloud and NLP. It made it a lot more accessible for people to purchase, and the phonetics replaced that sort of basic word spotting, and accuracy improved to about 80%. So it was getting a lot better. And we saw the beginning, certainly the end of sort of 2019, 2020 period, of the concept of real-time recognition coming into play. You sort of jump forward to present day, the explosion of AI and the power that's brought to the technology. We're in a completely different arena. We're seeing accuracy now of over 95% in multiple languages. And an agent assist has really driven a huge change in the way transcription is working in the conversations. It happens more than just, to Caroline's point, in the conversation after it's been recorded. So I think we've seen both consumer take up accelerate tremendously thanks to that technology evolution, and we've also seen the applicability and use of it expand beyond just quality control. Is an agent saying and doing the right thing, to, as Caroline just mentioned, just mining really rich data to then give businesses actionable insight to actually show demonstrable change to their processes, the way their employees are trained and taught, and also the experience, of course, the customer is getting.